Good evening, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and you already know exactly where we're headed. Area exit. Let's make sure this team is correct. Nanio, good to have you back. Missed you, girl. Let's get this done. We are going to head straight to the Ivory Sanctum. Go ahead and get this done. This is not a small dungeon at all. So, unfortunately, it may very well take up the entire episode, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, well, it's definitely going to take up the whole episode if I get stopped along the way. Come on, Woljif, I expect better of you.
I will fight.
Ooh, oh crap. All right. Turn-based. Yep. Who do I want? Who are you? Yep.
No match for me.
Balloon, balloon, balloon. Not quite, huh? Oh well, you did your best. Oof, oof.
Tactical retreat.
Oof, oof, oof.
No?
There you go. Woljif. Full attack.
Time to share your treasures.
There we go. Nanio. Oh, freaking wheel save. Good job. Keep him busy. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, you actually hit him. I didn't expect that. Oh, cool. All right, let's make the magic happen.
Die! Die!
Yeah, you're right next to him. You're right next to him. Oh, God dog it. I should have. Oh my God, really? He's in red already? Crap.
They'll beg me to stop.
Oh, I should have turned on haste as well. Just screw this up all the way around. It's fine, it's fine. There you go. How about you? Oh, you're immune to it. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Oh, now you want to do a full attack.
Slice! Behead!
Ah, all right.
What's
Here's
in
what
wait
it
for me
is.
there, I wonder?
I welcome your company.
Actually, good enough. Let's continue on. There you go, Woljif. Appreciate it. Keep them evades coming. There you go. Woljif again to the rescue. I could have dealt with one more of them evades, Woljif. Just one more. Wow, why did you start out swinging your hammer? I really don't appreciate that. Okay, 3 giants. You. That's all you can do. Windowug. That was it? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to. I'm doing this in the wrong order. That's part of the problem. I just thought about that.
May I see your entrails, please? Cover me, all right?
Bam.
Surrender or else.
Excellent.
I'll make short work of this.
39.
No match for me.
Excellent. Excellent. phantasmal first. Right, kill their wisdom first, then try to destroy them. These things must be done in the correct order.
Let the attack commence.
Stab you or zap you? Why not?
Why not both? Excellent question.
This way.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
There we go. Oh, nobody need to be healed. Great, I wasted one. Oh, you know, we gotta rest when we get to the Sanctum anyway. Okay. Can we make it there without any further interruptions? That'd be nice. Oh, well, if you're killing me, Petey. Horde, what is that? What the hell is that? Oh, it's a Death Snatcher. I faced them before, but they didn't look like this. Wow. You're gonna die.
They'll beg me to stop.
Distract them from me. I had it in me.
Don't you? Just thought about it.
Too late for apologies.
Regeneration, negative energy. I forgot what that means though. Do I need to attack him with negative energy, or do I need to heal him? I don't remember.
I'll hit you.
Don't remember, but he's about to do something nasty, I'm sure. What is that? Been a while since this game crashed on me. Is that a crash? Even the game couldn't handle seeing a Death Snatcher. Okay. I think that's a crash, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give it a good 10 more seconds. And first, okay, I can confirm my computer's still up. My computer has not crashed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's a crash. Let me go ahead and kill the application. And let's bring it back up. Try this again. We're up at 9:30. I do so appreciate y'all so much. This has been absolutely amazing. Let's get back in. Is it starting up okay? Seems to be starting up okay. Sometimes it automatically comes up with a crash report, asks you to submit a bug. Let's see if it does that. Nope, looks like it didn't recognize that the game crashed. While traveling from Dresden to the Ivory Sanctum, I was stopped in a random battle with a Death Snatcher. Was it two or I think three of my party members took their turn. Then the Death Snatcher charged towards us to attack. In the middle of the attack, the game froze. I had to go into Task Manager and kill the app. The game did not crash to the desktop. There you go. Hope that helps you. And let's see if the continue works. Ho, 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 ho.
I see blood.
Oh, we're here again. Well, let's switch it up a little bit. Oh, wow. Oh, he attacked first this time. Okay. And now the camera is moving with my mouse. That's a little weird, but it's fine.
They'll beg me to stop.
There you go. Let's just go ahead and kill this mug. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so weird. And let's lower your defenses a little bit. Deals 3 wisdom damage. I'll take it. Just lower that, wait. Overcomes, why did it say 2 Death Snatchers? I don't see a second Death Snatcher. Alright, whatever. Whatever.
Cover me, all right?
Oh yeah, 40 damage. Cover me, alright?
Surrender or else.
Oh, and is he immune? Maybe he's immune to fire? I suppose maybe that makes sense. Maybe? I don't know.
Burn! Slice!
Oh, I should have turned on.
Behead!
All right. Excellent. Yep, he's on the ground. She can't help with this. He can. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Did he really leave us with nothing? All that we went through to take you out, and you gave us nothing? Shameful.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Absolutely shameful. All right, let's go. Daniel, you do not
Rules
carry
are
too much
made
weight.
to
Huh?
be
I'm
broken.
trying to hear that. Let's go. All right, save there. Nania, I need you to just go ahead and hold on. I really want to make it. I'm gonna feel stupid if this doesn't work, but it seems like you lose energy so much faster traveling. So I want it. Oh, this actually doesn't matter. It's empty. There we go.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Don't mind us if we go ahead and move out.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Come on now, y'all. Let's go. We are almost there. And I want it. There we go. And everybody's in the right place. Yep. So you're the fella, the gentleman who threw the party on the boats? Ha! I remember that. We had some fine fishing that night. If that by that you mean that you thieflings plucked drunken aristocrats who had fallen overboard out of the water and stripped them of everything but their fillings, then I should think that was closer to seal hunting than fishing. I don't think that's supposed to be him. I think that was Darren. All right. Continue. Ivory Sanctum. Let's go. Finally, we are here. And what? Oops. So you got the key when you went to Winter Sun, and you got the location from Areelu. Both of these have to happen before you can get in. If you did not pay Greyboar double, he will meet you here and say he's got a contract on your life, and then he's going to kill you, and you will have to pay him the other half at that point. So that's why I just go ahead and pay him up front. You know what? Did I remember to buy one of those? I might not have bought one of those. Oh my God, I don't know. All these freaking symbols. Where is it? This is sitting down. Boom, that's heal. Restoration. That's lesser restoration. So does that mean I don't have any of the other restorations? Yikes. I never bought those? Oh. I really wanted greater restoration. I hate having Wojif out here like this, but I don't think... Oh, well. It just is what it is. ahead, do a full save. Come on. Thank you. Okay. All right. Operation I will not let them beat my ass. Full fact, let's go. And on and bam. Oh, you?
Smile. The world is not ending just yet.
Someone else, right? Whoops, no. What does that mesh with? Protection.
You're a good person. I like you.
Axel, yes. Eski, Axel, yes. An, Efna, Ala, Efna, Ala, Swa, Ter, 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 An, Efna, An, Efna.
And
Do you require my unbiased opinion?
No, that doesn't work either. I need to reorder her. I'll borrow a little bit. All right. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, Captain. Is this still all correct? Yep.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
No, thank you. I appreciate you. Nice to work. Yep. Yep. And yep. Whoa. Come on, man. Thank you. All right. Well inlaid with the whimsical mosaic of bones from humans, animals, and some unknown creatures.
Might be trap, might be treasure. Pretty good, aren't I?
You are very good, Woljith.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Boom. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
It went splendidly.
A chaotic conglomeration of confessions from the Baphomet cultist. I murdered a Crusader officer, assumed his appearance, and served in the Crusade army for 10 years. I infiltrated the Inquisitor squad of Canabras and selected the cultists that were to be burnt at the stake for half a year. Nobody knows how much of this is true.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
A success worthy of praise.
A chaotic conglomeration of confessions from the Baphomet cultist. I used to be a paladin of the Eagle Watch, but then I succumbed to the temptation, murdered 2 of my friends, and came here. I cooked for a Crusade army for 5 years, poisoning at least 100 officers. Nobody knows how much of this is true.
A success worthy of praise.
The long and glorious history of the Ivory Sanctum is described on this tablet. The Sanctum was built at the time of the Second Crusade and has served as a stronghold of Baphomet's unstoppable forces ever since.
It went splendidly.
The tablet is inscribed with the names of those who have ruled over the Ivory Sanctum since its founding. You recognize the last two names, Irabeth and Xanthir Fang.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Okay, heal. And fire is always a safe bet.
Only you deserve my obedience.
Shall we move? We shall move!
A familiar narrow shadow appears before you. The antenna on the creature's head quiver, its hands linked tightly together. You have arrived, Commander, comes the high-pitched voice in your head. You have discovered my castle in the clouds, although it is far cry from what it once was. Irabeth's voice buzzes with irritation. I have something you need, information and assistance. You can help me in return. Let's talk. As a gesture of my goodwill, I will even allow your companions to hear our conversation. See? I am eminently reasonable. What an interesting example of a demon life form. It's an Oleodoru, a remarkable breed. Did you know that members of this species use their long tongues to lay their eggs inside a sleeping creature? After a certain period, the eggs hatch and have the ability to influence the thought processes of the host. Let's see what happens if I put this Oleodoru's tongue in my ear. Nanio takes a determined step forward. Away! Get away, creature! I am here to speak with the commander. What are you proposing? This place, the Ivory Sanctum, used to be my own personal domain, but in recent times I have been forced to share with a horde of allies. There's one among them who will likely interest you, Xanthir the Plagued One. Irabeth's voice chitters with emotion. It drops to a heated whisper. A swarm that walks, a mesmerizing creation. Who could have imagined that a mortal could be turned into something so extraordinary? He's behind many of the calamities that have befallen you. It is from his hands that myself and other demons have received our new abilities. Kill him, and the lords will struggle to find his equal for a long time. I won't simply stand aside, I will help you as well. I'll tell you what I know and ensure that my servants do not attack you here in the Sanctum. You betray your own kind? Why? Because I am a demon. You detect amusement in Irabeth's voice. Rules, laws, loyalty? Seek them in hell and heaven, anywhere but the abyss. I served Lord Baphomet for as long as it benefited me more than it cost me. I was a mistress here in my castle in the clouds. The entire territory was under my control. But then Manago, that arrogant fool, botched the attack on Canabras and the Wardstones. Our laboratory in Dresden was under threat, and Xanthir and his minions were quickly pulled out of the city. They offered up the Sanctum for his use and made him the ultimate authority here, over me. I was forced out of my private chambers, made to live on the margins within my own home, as a horde of demons from Deskari's armies were herded in. With Xanthir playing commander and his servants ruining all my endeavors, there is nothing for me to do here. This place can fall for all I care. I will find a new patron in the abyss. That's why I'm telling you, kill our common enemy. I will help you do it. Xanthir used to live in Dresden? Yes, close to Monaco. Where do you think she got that pet Nabasu of hers? Where can I find Xanthir? He's very close in my former private quarters. There's only a wall separating us, but his lair is well protected and you cannot access it from here. You have to make your way through the entire Sanctum, crossing the bridge and the main guard post, which is headed by the cultist Zenadra. Coming back will be easier. There's a secret passage from Xanthir's lair into my rooms that can only be opened from the other side. Hang on a minute. Why does this Xanthir have a passageway into your chambers that he can only open? Actually, don't answer that. I already got the picture. Now I just need to find somebody who can wipe it from my memory so I can sleep tonight. You seem to have a low opinion of Deskari's servants. I served Deskari myself once, but I changed masters because life among the Deskarites was just unbearably boring. Unlike followers of Baphomet, Deskari's minions have no appreciation for the finer pleasures. All they know is killing and ravaging. You saw one of them, Darazan, in the battle for Dresden. He is a vivid embodiment of everything I despise about my former comrades. Primitive and predictable butchers, the lot of them. What information are you willing to share with me? The information that you undoubtedly want more than anything. How the demons have started acquiring their new monstrous powers. It didn't start with Xanthir and it won't end with him. But I will tell you what I know only if you fulfill your part of the deal. What did you do to Mahavak? I gave him the thing he wanted most. The chance to be with me forever. In a new form, one more convenient for me. And for him as well. If I ever wish to take him with me to the abyss, for instance. I accept your offer. The demon tilts her head to the side. That's good. Then listen, there are two factions in the Sanctum currently. The ones who came here with Xanthir do not answer to me. That group includes ordinary demons, mythic demons, and his loyal mortal mages. You will have to fight them. There's no getting around that. But there are Baphomet's followers as well. I will give you my mark so that my subject will take you for one of our own. They have been dying to take on our unwelcome house guests for a long time, so just tell them that their mistress says, do it. The demon smiles wistfully. My mark will also serve another purpose. If you defeat Xanthir, it will bind his swarm and force it to fly directly to my net. I cannot allow such a unique creature to disappear entirely. I will preserve him, in some form. You once again hear an undercurrent of amusement in Irabeth's voice. The demon waves a delicate hand in your direction. You are instantly doused in a sweet-smelling wave. Then it passes. There, the mark is in place. Go, and find me in my main chamber when it is all over. All right, let's get it done.
What's that?
I probably should have waited until the Minotaur came out, but whatever.
Let's have some fun. What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I will fight.
This is my kind of work.
And, oh crap, didn't mean to take that. Oh well. Keep going, keep going.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Huh. Oh, he's one of those distorted ones. I'm like, who's waving around the gold powers? All right, this way.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Save. I don't remember what that's for. Oh, there we go. I know what this is for. Here comes another one of those weird caskets. I don't know what this is about. And this one, I swear.
This is my kind of work.
Ooh, what's this about? Ruby ring. Wait. The layman and the wise man perceive different things in the same symbols. Seek out precious knowledge where others blindly pass it by. 3 change places with 4. Turn the star to nothing and behold a star in the darkness, but a different one. 3 change places with 4. Turn the star to nothing, behold a star in the darkness. Okay, cool. I don't remember how this puzzle goes. But we'll figure it out. I picked that up, right? Oh, no, I didn't. Whoops. But I got them. Okay, cool. And...
Let's prove their logic is lacking.
oh, there it goes. Oh, crap. This is actually a problematic battle. You know? And now it's no longer problematic. Where's the big dude at? There we go. There you are. Come on down. Take care of you too. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Okay. Yep, good on that. Elven notes. Ooh, Elven notes.
Quick, else we miss all the fun.
Yep, there we go. And that's also going to be sold. Sold. Oh, no, that might be sold. That was garbage. Is there anything on the back wall? No.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Potion. Ingredients. Sell. Excellent.
Pretty good, aren't I?
I don't remember if there's an enemy here. I don't think there is. This is locked. Yep, need a key.
Might be trap.
That's where I go.
Might be treasure.
Crumpled soiled sheet of paper that has lain in the pocket of some forgetful cultist for a long time. Several shapes are drawn on the page. Triangle, upside down 5-pointed star, squares and circles. Triangle, pentagon, square, circle. Save this. Triangle. Did the triangle light up? Yeah, I guess it did. Triangle, pentagon, square, circle. Open sesame.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign. This is my kind of work.
And there we go.
This is my kind of work.
Balanced defender. +3 bonus on attack rolls. Wields a shield when you wield a shield. Oh, cool. A plant stands in a pot, swaying gently. Its vines and leaves strangely resembling charred human flesh. It slowly turns to you. Crazed human eyes stare at you from the surface of the flower bud. Beneath the pulsing plant tissue, you can still make out the features of a face. The face of Maravok, the chief of the ill-fated Winter Sun clan. Darren hisses profanities through gritted teeth, shaking his head in disbelief. That was a man. I've said it before and I shall say it again. Life is the most precious thing that we possess, but this, not every state of physical existence is worthy of being called life. Smirking in fiendish glee, Windowalk looks on with madness dancing in her eyes. It looks like you've truly put down roots in this place, Maravok. The ultimate demon road dog. Leave him to his fate.
This experiment has gone
Oh,
awry.
she always fails that for me. These plants look creepy and menacing. They must have come from another plane.
What a discovery.
One of these days, I'm going to remember to put fortune on her before I try that.
Wait for me there, I wonder.
See if that helps. An entomologist's tool, a board dotted with pins for displaying insects.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Very good, Woljif. All right, let's get out of here.
Anything new?
Boom. Through here, through here, through here. And then, I guess, through here? No, I'm confused. Whoa. No. Did I go too far? Yep, too far. There we go. Okay. Now, let's continue wiping out these denizens. Nice and folded up, just how we like our dudes. All right. Pick up. Take out that stuff. Unlock this. I think everything in this room is trash, if I remember
This is my
correctly.
kind of work.
Yeah, it's just all a bunch of stuff we would sell. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Oh, one person. Excellent. All right, moving on. Next room. Oh, this freaking room. How much haste do we have left? None. Did it just go off? It just went off.
Don't mind me.
There's a guy in here who can drive your whole damn party insane if he wants to.
No time for debates.
In fact, I'm sorry. This is a turn-based mode type of affair here. Oh, cool. There we go. Well, that's very helpful. Thank you so much, Nanio. And you're staggered, so you're not going to be able to get far. So we'll take you as far as we can get you. Yep. He's doing that now. Oh, crap. My boards got absolutely jacked up, and I didn't realize it. Oh, well. You. I probably should have put some invisibility on
Cover
you.
me, all right?
But oh well.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Ooh. And here we go. Starts with the mind fog. Mind fog isn't bad. It's what's next that's the real problem. I need him lit up, taken out, dealt with.
No match for me.
Oh, nice. All right. Probably not, but we can try. Yep, figured that wouldn't work. Yep. Problems. Hit him. There we go. Woljif. You can't charge to him. And you're not going to be able to do that much to him regardless. We'll go this way. Alright. Yep. Song of Discord. And here come the problems. Okay. I can actually still attack with him, so that's something at least. You just made me really mad. All the way mad.
Let the attack commence.
Yep. Really, really mad.
Die!
Wonderwog's not happy either. Alright. Song of Discord. Oh, no, that's part is Mind Fog. Song of Discord. Right. Spell causes those within the air to turn on each other rather than attack their foes.
I welcome your company.
I don't think that's reversible by Unbreakable Heart. Let's see.
Quick, else we miss all the fun.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, the waiting's
I don't think I have. I flat out don't know what takes this thing off, what reverses it. It seems like nothing does. Maybe Dispel? I don't know. But we're just going to move on. But he's going to randomly start attacking the crap out of us, and it's going to be annoying as hell. Who else is having problems? Oh, Darren himself. But that's not nearly as big an issue.
Oh, thank you for amusing me.
Whoa, wait. Why am I only 5%?
Ask nicely.
Oh, because he's... come on, man. Come on. Oh, my God. I don't know how.
I crave for adventure.
I don't have greater restoration.
I crave your command.
Skip the pleasantries.
What do I have? Because heal doesn't do anything with this, right? Adverse conditions. Right, no, it doesn't do anything with that. You can. I should have put spell resistance on them. That was a mistake to leave that off. But yeah, that's not doing anything. And how about if I put it on here?
Can't you just die already?
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Jesus.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
This thing lasts for like 2 minutes.
Who, me?
Come on, Woljev.
This is my kind of work.
+3 Holy Star Knife. If it confirms a critical hit, all allies in 40-foot area are affected with the effect of the prayer spell for 6 rounds. So annoying.
Let's get to the
Tactical retreat.
Holy shit. That's not acceptable. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't know what reverses that. All right. Shame to say it, I split up my group and just waited it out until the buff finally finished. I don't understand how they expect you to deal with that situation. If I can't dispel it, if the check to be able to dispel it is based upon caster level, and Nanio's caster level only just barely allows you to do it, that's crazy. That's nonsense. You're not coming in here with a higher caster level than Nanio unless you're a combined spellbook, angel, or lich.
Forwards?
So
No,
is there
backwards.
some other
Backwards.
special spell that I'm just not thinking of that I should be using in this situation? I'm not sure, but
Smile. The world's not ending
that
just
fight
yet.
is just always irritating. So the best outcome is that you kill that guy before his second turn starts, and that way he doesn't get a chance to even throw that off, and it's just much better for you all the way around. Oof. There we go. Go ahead, throw these heals at you. There you go, boss. All right.
Ready to move out?
Yes, we are, Nino. That is quite enough of that. Let's move on. Out of my way. A cultist wearing a Deskari robe clenches his fist and glares at the servants of Baphomet blocking his path. The enemy is at the gate. You must release the specimens. That is a direct order from Xanthir, the Plagued One. Hear that? A woman in armor decorated with an ox head emblem laughs disdainfully. Her fellow believers echo her mocking laughter. Xanthir, the Plagued One, gave us an order. A direct order. He said that to you, did he? You open it then. Go on, I won't stop you. Open the cage and we'll stand back and watch that beast bite your locust-filled head off. Now is it the time for your petty grievances. I made myself clear the first time. We have been invaded. The enemies are inside the Ivory Sanctum. They'll be here any moment. The enemies have been here for a long time already, the Templar barks, and the cultist steps back in surprise. You came into our Ivory Sanctum, setting yourselves up as the masters, sullying the place with your experiments. Do you know what this room used to be? A hall of converts, a monument to our greatest victories. The portraits of former enemies who switched to Lord Baphomet's side used to hang here. We kept their armor and the corrupted symbols of their pitiful godlings. But your Xanthir, the syphilitic one, ordered it all to be put into storage and built a zoo in its place. There will be no sanctum left at the Crusaders. Stop! The frightened cultist points at you, and the eyes of everyone present are turned in your direction. Who goes there? I don't think I've seen you here before. Nod to the leader of the Templars. Irabeth says, do it. Predatory grins appear on the Templars' faces, and they reach for their weapons. Let's see your Xanthir, the deranged one, save you now. Traitors!
I'll tear your throat out.
Oh no, we don't need that. Just handle business. Oh yeah. I was kind of getting hit. Help her out.
Didn't know I had it in me.
Come on. I was about to say. There we go. Whew. Take all that. Nothing in the cages. They all run off. That's fine.
Rules are made to be broken.
Everybody gets a whole lot of healing. Wonderwall's the only one that needs more. Jeez, a lot more. Alright. How much haste? A little bit more.
What's that?
This is my kind of work.
Boom, boom. Ah, here we go. Teacher, it's the Crusaders. They're already here. The commander himself is with them. Don't be such a coward. These pathetic knuckle draggers are powerless before the might of the great Xanthir, the Plagued One. The figure in the robe turns toward the cultist, who automatically takes a step back, bringing a hand to his mouth. There is no human face beneath the gray hood, just a swarm of shifting locusts. Did I not say what I would do to the next half-wit who dared to call me by that ignominious moniker? Oof. Xanthir shakes one of his sleeves. A small swarm of locusts emerge from within it and envelops the cultist's head. Shrieking, he tries to get them off, but they have already burrowed their way inside, turning his face into one gaping wound. The unlucky cultist continues screaming desperately for a few seconds, and then his body explodes into pieces as the locusts burst out from within. You, come here. We still have time to complete the transformation. He beckons a demon over, and it scrambles eagerly toward the threatening-looking machines. Xanthir turns to his surviving students. And all of you, do as I've taught you. Try, just this once, to follow my instructions to the letter. And if anyone drops another Nahindrian crystal, he will only have himself to blame for his horrific fate. He thinks to stop us with this, a load of midges. I'll walk through that swarm and not even feel the bites. In the caves, we have underground hornets that will kill the average nether after 3 stings. I survived 7. By all means, disperse the cloud of locusts with your weapon. No, let's go for guaranteed. Try to get through the cloud of locusts. Covering your face, you hurl yourself into the cloud of locusts. Thousands of tiny jaws close on your skin, but a moment later you're through to the other side in the chamber where the profane ritual is being performed. The demon summoned to the machine howls in pain, paying no attention to you. Xanthir Fang places crystals in the demon's body, and you sense rather than see the demon change into something different, something more frightening than before. You look closer and you realize that you have seen this type of crystal before. The magic chisel you found in Canabras is made from the same material. Xanthir Fang looks at his students, who are only just starting to carry out the procedure on their own demons. Cease your rummaging, dolts. Consider your lesson ended. You're working too slowly. Unchain these beasts and defend the chamber. Fight until the last. What's going on? There we go.
Trophy.
This is turn-based mode worthy. All right.
I see something over there.
Shoot any of them? Nope. All All right.
What's that?
Don't want her too close. Excellent. Progress. Okay, and she, yep, she can. And that seemed to do nothing. Alrighty then. It seems like a task for invisibility. That's enough of them, I guess. First window up. Yeah, I guess you'll help with this part there. Oh, my haste is off. Excellent. And you. How about this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Unfortunately, not close enough to do more. Yeah. Oh, well.
Cover me, all right?
Annoying. All right, you.
May I see your entrails, please?
Oh, that's necessary?
Let the attack commence.
Oof. That was unfortunate. Don't have that either.
Out of my sight.
There we go. Just want him to take off one of them mirror images.
They'll beg me to stop.
And you, what are you doing? Fails to overcome spell resistance, of course. Oh, crap. Of course. It's all good.
Why not both?
There we go. That stab worked just fine. And now we'll get close to this dude, whatever he is. There we go.
Die! 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 I will see to your demise.
Hey, doing a little bit of damage. Why not? She can't hit you from here, can she? Not really. Get nice and close.
I'll rip you apart.
Excellent. You know what? She's going to keep it simple. There we go. Solid damage. Yeah, you're also not worth using the fire snake on. In fact, she could have just done rest of summer, but oh well, whatever.
Distract them from me.
There we go. Okay. Masterwork sickle. Bloodstained coated node. What's on the note? A 6-pointed star and a triangle. Chamber Lord. But only the first two can be seen. In the Chamber of our Lord. Okay, 6-pointed star and a triangle. Boom.
Trail me.
A complex device combining technology and magic. The leather straps used to restrain victims looks worn from frequent use. Ooh, there's a whole lot in here. Demon blood, masterwork, inspired wisdom +4. Yep, 2 wisdom +4. Excellent. All right.
Only you deserve my obedience.
My tail is restless.
Let's shake a leg. What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Oh, here we go. What the hell?
I crave your commands. I see something over there.
Oh, there we go. I was like, I know there's something back there. Stop holding out on me. Let's go with that 100%, shall we?
This is my kind of work.
Ravager of Dread. This ring grants the wearer a +4 morale bonus against confusion and fear effects. Oh, now you give that to us. If the wearer fails a throw against such an effect, after the effect ends, the wearer gets a +2 bonus on saving throws and damage rolls until the end of combat. Now you want to give that up. Boy, I tell you. There we go. I don't know why it comes up with 0% like that if you have the key. Just say I have the key.
Oh, the reading's never fun.
We
crave
looks like
for adventure.
our bonuses have all run out. Our buffs rather. I am not ready to take a rest yet. So we're just gonna read what I have and move on. Oh, either that or they might have just dispelled the buzz from me. It's always possible as well.
Trust in yourself.
Her too. So she's got false life greater, but false life not here anymore.
You are my favorite egg.
Oh, she does still have Ice Body. Oh, okay, there's 12 more minutes of that. All right.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Actually here.
Me?
And did she? Nope. Didn't do that yet. There we go. Hear that noise? The Crusaders are already here. Let's go fend them off, or else this is the end of the Ivory Sanctum. Not so fast. The end of the Ivory Sanctum came a long time ago. Who are we going to defend it for? For Xanthir Fang and his idiot mages? For the defective demons they're breeding in the chambers that used to be ours? Fat chance. You're actually talking sense. Listen up. I know a safe place nearby. Let's hold up there, and when the Crusaders swat the Locust Lord, we'll come back here and put everything back the way it was before. Lady Irabeth will take care of us. What are you all standing around for? Didn't you hear? We're under attack. The enemy's already here. Hurry up. Get ready to mount a defense. Please don't tell me we're going to allow these pathetic demon worshippers to live. Good little Crusaders should always take pains to clear up any rubbish. Nod to the Templars. Irabeth says, do it. Finally. Now you're all going to pay. Betrayal. The esteemed Xanthir, the Plague One, will feed you to the locusts for this. Oh no, they're not turn mode worthy. Clear it up, clear it up, clear it up, clear it up. Excellent.
I did it.
This legend
It happened
tells how the cunning Baphomet deceived Asmodeus, the Prince of Hell. My father, not me. The statue of Baphomet towers formidably above his unholy symbol, a minotaur head. Streaks of dried sacrificial blood can be seen at the base of the statue. I would not nearly have been so foolish. Earthbreaker 1.
Maybe I did something
This
wrong
bas
here?
relief depicts demons accompanied by mysterious inscriptions on the language of the abyss.
Huh? What's that?
Oh crap, that was only 75%. I don't blame you. That was my fault. I should have given you that little boost you needed. Quarterstaff of the War Maze. This +3 quarterstaff adds +2 to the DC for all saving throws against spells from the wielder's cast. It also grants the wielder a +4 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance and a +5 competence bonus to use magic device skill checks. Holy smokes! That is an incredible weapon. I must have misread that all the other times that I've seen it. I swear that they've just updated that because it was not that crazy before. And now I don't see it. Oh, here it goes. So do I want it on? Actually, yeah, I think I want it on Nanio, actually. Ha! Looks good on you, girl.
Anything new?
All right. You use that.
You're a good person.
You.
I like you.
My bad, I forgot to switch you. That's probably why some of these battles have been taking longer. Okay. I apologize, I forgot what the note said. Newest to oldest. 6-pointed star and a triangle. Okay. Triangle. Six-pointed star, triangle. 6-pointed star, triangle. I don't remember.
I welcome your company.
I'm gonna have to rest soon anyway, so I'm not worried about him using up the stuff. 6-star, triangle. I'm not doing a good job of tracking my stuff now that I think about it.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
6-pointed star, triangle, what? Why don't I ever remember these things? Sorry, I had to go to my notes. Thought I could do it from memory, but apparently not. And Cloak of Carnage. Competence bonus on Knowledge Arcana checks and adds 2 to the DC for all saving throws against spells from the Evocation School the wielder casts. I think you can benefit from that, Ember. And then we get a Circle Mask. A mysterious white mask with the inscription, I am the Circle.
Missed me
I
already?
have no idea what that's supposed to mean. All right. Moving right along.
This way.
Ba-doop.
I'm always open to
we go.
ideas.
Ah, yeah. Explode. We are wholly unimpressed with your size, sir. Excellent. Save that. Stone lips appear on the golem's unmoving face, and it says loudly, "Intruder detected. Hey, dragon, where you've gone? You better fly back here and fight his teacher Xanthir to play." Ow! The golem makes a noise like it has just been smacked upside the head, as teacher Xanthir the Plague One ordered, or else your eggs will be destroyed. I do see a certain resemblance between the metalheads of these intellectually advanced creations and the metalheads of many of our noble paladins and crusaders. In unison, the golems swing their fist above the eggs on the ground. Stop now. Actually, Lord, take a closer look at the eggs. Only a very large creature could lay eggs like that. If you pass it, it will tell you that these eggs probably came from the dragon that you killed earlier. Stop now. Master not recognized. Say the password. Password. Greetings, Master. What is your command? The available commands are deactivation, destruction, eradication, and information. What? That's the whole list of commands? But what about sharpening pencils, proofreading drafts of scientific articles, verbally praising your creator, foot massages after hours of standing in a lab? Nanio sighs. When I make my own golem, I'll make sure it's at least useful. I'm in favor of verbal praise and foot massages. When you create this golem of yours, do get in touch. I'll give you a few more ideas for what services a useful golem should provide. Information. We are Sentinel Golems, Hammer 4 models, created in the laboratory of the Ivory Sanctum by a group of talented mages led by the great Xanthir Fang. The behavior schematic for controlling the dragon, the magical mouth, and the other additional charms were developed and cast by Zan Sabayo, first of the students. The golem falls silent, but the magical mouth does not disappear. Listen to the message in full. After half a minute's silence, the mouth speaks again. First of the students, did you hear that? More like first of the puffed up peacocks. Zan is so lazy that not only does he dump his work on the others, he doesn't even check the work being done in his name. Teacher, if you listen to this, make me, Yorick of Next, your first student, and feed Zan to the dragon. Deactivation. Deactivation command received. Executing. The golems slowly lower their hands, and freeze like statues. You can feel the heat radiating out from the thick shell of these large eggs. Examine the eggs. You don't need to be an expert in magical creatures to know that these are dragon eggs, most likely laid by the dragon you killed. And the Zada would appreciate more dragons. Leave the eggs for now. Collect and bring them to Dresden later. The soldiers will bring the eggs to Dresden as soon as you deal with the demons in the Ivory Sanctum. There are sure to be ways to use the dragon egg for the good of the Crusade.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Bones gnawed by huge teeth and clumps of meat ripped by sharp claws lie scattered across the floor, the remnants of a repast for a large, raging monster.
Oh, pretty.
This is my kind of work.
No time for debates.
I love it when they act surprised that they got hit. Like, oh snap! I didn't know that fire would burn like that. I should have stayed on the farm. Sure should have. If you way back in barding for Elder Beast, this +3 full barding grants its wearer +4 natural enhancement bonus to AC and +3 bonus to CMB against large and bigger enemies. You also get a Holy Flaming Orc double axe +3. Very nice. Way back in Act 1, when you go into the what was it, the library area, where the guy who was old and kind of had lost his mind. There was a elf in there who choked to death by trying to swallow some paper. If you let him live, you'll find him here. You could talk to him again and convince him to leave the Crusaders. Carefully arrange tools and materials for building magical objects. They have clearly not been sitting idle. When do you want to kick us off?
I see blood.
I see something over there.
Pretty good, aren't I? My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Can't be disarmed directly. How am I supposed to get past that? That's interesting. Oh, here it goes. Okay, I thought I saw it on the other side.
Might be treasure. This is my kind of work.
And then I still have to continue move. Oh, wait.
This is my kind of work. Pretty good, aren't I?
Sheesh. You well protected enough?
Trail me.
Oh, I hate this series of fights, but it's here, so we got to go ahead and do it. Definitely
Nicely.
want some invisibility. Definitely gonna go ahead and take some haste here. Who's in the back? Ember? Go ahead and hit it. All right.
I'll prove I am the best.
Let's prove their logic
The
is
mortals will
lacking.
be an offering to the hooves of Lord Baphomet. You see how she barely does anything to it? That's the kind of stuff I hate. Does this work? Probably not. Immune? Immune. All right. You can't be
Time
charged.
to share your treasures.
All right. He needs to be up closer in order to be able to use prayer. A little bit closer. And you have to use prayer the next go round. You get up nice and close to him.
Behead, yes, behead.
Yes, behead. You too. All right, can you reach him? Sure can. All right, a little bit of damage. We'll take it. Oh, crap. That's not what I should have done. Should have put a damn hex on him. See if I can lower some of that AC. Oh, well. Okay. Actually, I'm a little bit worried about Wilted, but we're going to ignore those fears for now. A little bit of damage. Not much. All right, let's get it
Cover
popping.
me, all right?
Yeah, problematic. It's not even concealment. He's just got crazy high AC. Yeah, I need to bring some of that down. Yeah, part of it's because he's incorporeal. He's got full plate armor and then a bunch of natural armor as well. Yeah, we need that AC to come down. Damn, I should have done that with Ember. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. And now he's going to get some free hits off of us. And his hits are brutal. Oh, but that wasn't too bad. Okay. Asmodeus. Make it happen, Captain. Let's do
May I
this.
see your entrails, please?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, significantly better in turn base. Significantly better. Okay. Okay, this is definitely doable. Ooh, that was so much better. Oops. I didn't mean to skip those turns. There we go. You jerk-offs are not worthy. Head. We'll be right behind you.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Must be a sign.
Kind of work.
I see something over there.
This is my kind of work.
Portraits of crusaders who switched to the demon's side. The paintings are lying in disarray and many of them are damaged. This trophy once belonged to an unknown paladin of Iomedae. It has several holes and is partially covered in rust, but it still radiates the holy aura of its previous owner. Alright, some of that corruption removed. Armor of fallen paladins. The once gleaming symbols of good deities have been defaced and befouled. There's no body, no weight, no scent, no sound. 5 transparent fingers squeezed the tree. A group of 6 came before grasping treasure. Only half of them left the place alive. 5. So that's the pentagon. Then comes the hexagon. Then last is the triangle. Okay. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Here we go. All right, greetings everyone. As you can see, I'm all of a sudden magically in a different place. I was recording, then all of a sudden, for some reason, my CPU overheated, causing my computer to crash, and I lost about 15 minutes of recording in this place. So basically, the Ghost Minotaur you saw me face, I had to face 2 more of them, leading up to this area where I picked up this White Wind's Cow, along with demonic resentment. So nothing story related though, thankfully. So now I just need to head back.
You require my unbiased opinion?
My tail is restless.
Is this the right room? It is the right room. This is where I want to go. So now we're finished with this main section and we need to head outside. Deal with a couple more people. And we will be ready for the main boss of this section, who is actually no joke, and I mean no joke whatsoever to deal with. Despite that, we are going to face him in real time, because the way the fight is set up, it would just take way too long if I tried to do it in a turn-based mode. You'll see, that'll make sense when you see it. But it would just be horrible trying to do it that way.
They are perfectly ordinary mosquitoes. They are not spreading disease. And they will not bite you on the face. They wouldn't dare.
Ooh, she failed. Huh. Interesting. She's always going to ask me that? Okay. We've seen that before.
This way. So many thoughts. So little time. Yes.
I'm here. Where else would I be? Adayan. Ashan Satul. Ola Adayan. Lisono Danyam. Unemosi Travisi.
Trust in yourself.
Esma, Ax, Yes, Ana, U, Efna, Ana, U, Efna. Ana, Swa, Tam, 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 Ana, Swa, Tam.
Usually I level up in this area. I don't understand why I haven't leveled up yet. Kind of disconcerting.
Are you ready to move out?
Esma, Ax, Yes. Ba, Riti. Ora. Na, Ora. Ba, Riti.
All right,
I'm always open to ideas.
let's get it done.
Riti.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Anything left? Ooh. Sorry I missed you. Sorry I missed you. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And
Cover me, all right?
oh crap.
In your blood.
Excellent. Oh, oh, oh.
Forwards!
Let's prove our logic is nothing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Anything for you.
The demon before you is clearly in high spirits, lazily tearing off chunks of flesh from a bloody human hand with a sharp beak. The Vrock gives you an obliging once-over with her glassy bird eyes. This is the Vrock that we met in the Molten Scar caves when they were doing rituals on humans to turn them into demons. Who are you? Vormerak has not seen you here before? A new one? Good, good. Listen to the Vrock. The Vrock is in charge here. Above even that no-brain beetle Irabeth. Only Xanthir the Plague One is above the Vrock. Soon he will make the Vrock a great demon. Do as the Vrock says and you will live. What are you doing here? Are you deaf or just stupid? You were told already. Vormerak is in charge here. In charge of all the demons and the little humans as well. Only Xanthir the Plague One is above the Vrock. He is clever. No one is cleverer. That is why he is always busy, thinking thoughts, reading books, and he sends the Vrock to do important tasks. You heard about Kribat, that city on the border, the one that was destroyed? The Vrock did all that. The dragon lived there. The Vrock pecked it to death, and she destroyed the ward stone all by herself. Soon the Vrock will capture Durzen. The Vrock has a special weapon to do it, a magical ritual that turns humans into demons. The Vrock made a whole army in the Molten Scar, strong fighters with big teeth. Clever Vrock. The Vrock lovingly strokes her hairless scalp. How does Xanthir make demons great? He has a special ritual for that. And crystals. Crystals are the crux of it. Naknir, Nadri. The name is hard. The Vrock does not remember. But when you put the crystals in a demon, it makes them great right away. Walking around, laughing, spitting at the Vrock, even when it is no mighty demon, just a mangy abracadabra. But when the Vrock becomes great, oh, how they will all pay. Oh, she's scary. She's totally stupid and clueless like a child. But she likes killing and torturing people, and she knows how to do it. It's like watching a baby pick up a knife. Who's stupid? Vrock stupid? You're the stupid one. The Vrock is cleverer than everyone. No. Attack. Died abyss spawn. Save. There we go. I didn't want her to run away because I want to know what you get when you beat her. Last time I did this. Yeah, I think only the trickster gets something out of letting her live when you first meet her in the caves. Unfortunately. Alright. Moving right along.
I'll tear your throat out.
right. Opike Tulios. I'll take all that.
You are my favorite aide.
Ba Areelu.
And here we go. Oh no! It's a whole army of them! What are we gonna do? Sheesh. They really want us dead. The demons land on the rock with one heavy thud after another, the sounds merging into an unending mirage. More and more fiends appear around you. Many of them are twitching, convulsing, their heads rolling on their necks like they've been stunned. The disgusting flesh burst open before your eyes, and strange crystals grow from their wounds. A well-built female cultist gives you a mocking salute. How goes it, Crusader? Don't you feel a little out of your depth here? While you were wandering around the Sanctum looking for the thing that makes the demons stronger, Xanthir the Plague One gathered up all the fiends he could and performed the ritual on all of them. He was in haste and didn't take proper care, so a few of the demons died in the process, but it makes no difference. Even you with your power stand no chance against this army. Chaotic. Don't start celebrating before the fight's even won. You wouldn't want to embarrass yourself. I chose my moment well. It's a foregone conclusion. The cultist's words are drowned out by the resounding call of a war horn. Dismay ripples through demon host, and a moment later, everything around you is filled with blinding light. Tell me that isn't super cool.
In the name of Iomade, I say to you fiends, flee, for you will find no mercy here. Forge onward to your enemy, champion, and have no fear. The warriors of heaven will keep the monsters from your back. By the light and sword!
The hand of the inheritor. Here! Damn it all! You'll answer for this some other time.
Great stuff. All right, let's see how this goes.
Tactical retreat.
Oh, he is getting obliterated. Excellent. Good job, everyone. Even you, Woljif. I know you had a lot of people surrounding you right there. So yeah, if you were an angel, you would have already met the Herald of Iomade before now. And you would have gotten to know him a lot better and learn more about heaven, things of that nature. All very cool stuff. Okay. You got on all of your buffs. Yeah, shield and all
Something
that.
wrong.
Good. Except invisibility.
Anything new?
And we'll give you that. And that's... I think it's time for us to pull that out. And save. All right.
You require my unbiased opinion?
She has no more of these. Whatever it is.
You're a
How are
good
you
person.
doing?
I like
Oh no,
you.
change to that. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're
The
doing what
world's
you're
not
supposed to
ending
do.
just yet.
Okay. Let's go. This should be interesting. A figure in a loose, hooded robe stands facing away from you, hands raised in the air. I have given you the gift of strength. Arise and fight in the name of Deskari, of Baphomet, or for whoever you please. I command you, defend my laboratory. Fools, feckless, useless morons. I'm surrounded by idiots. What have I done to deserve this? What crime have I committed that the universe would punish me so? Welger's whisper is tinged with admiration. He's got a sharp tongue on him. He'd give my old grand a run for her money. Mistress One That Walks, may I ask you a question in the interest of science? Aren't locusts generally afraid of sparrows? In your position, I would have thought it more sensible to turn into a flock of sparrows, but then you'd have to worry about cats. Don't care to comment? Nanio sighs. I don't like this one. He reminds me of the bladesmith who tortured me. He was an arrogant swine too, but he never berated and yelled at folk. No, he spoke so softly, so deliberately, every word dripping with venom. Chaotic. Hello, Xanthir. Having problems with the health? The figure in the hooded robe slowly turns around. Its face and hands are a writhing mask of locust. If you listen closely, you can hear the rhythmic raspings of little feet and wings rubbing against each other. Your taunting words only serve to reveal your ignorance. Imbeciles swell the ranks of demons and crusaders alike. As commander of the Crusade, you have crossed paths with such fools more than once, no doubt. Tell me, how do you stand them all? Xanthir falls silent momentarily, during which time the rustling of the locust under the cloak becomes even more prominent. You are all primitive apes, cavorting about the Worldwound in futile attempts to wipe each other out. Oh, how I loathe you all. I despise my idiot students who cannot even take a single step without an order from me. I despise demons, self-satisfied imbeciles who prefer to tear hunks of flesh from each other than carry out my instructions. I despise Deskari and Baphomet for forcing me to work with them. The chittering of the locust grows louder, sounding threatening. I despise you, vandal. You came into my laboratory, smashing up my specimens and interfering with my work. Away with you. Get out. Now.
I see blood. Blood!
You know what? I've changed. No, we're gonna go real time. Because this goes quickly, and then this happens, and this part would just take forever in turn based. Oh my god, he's getting hit up. I can already tell. We're just gonna go ahead and heal you before it gets too bad. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Defeated, Xanthir drops to his knees. For a few drawn-out seconds, all you can hear is the rustling of the locust shifting under his robe, the sound suddenly morphing into rasping, unnatural laughter. Who could have predicted that a vandal, my enemy and the enemy of my masters, would be the one to rid me of my excruciating servitude? You are an unforeseen, unknown quantity that has solved the impossible equation. Such an elegantly simple solution to all my problems. The eerie laughter dies away as quickly as it came. Xanthir lifts his head and looks out at you from his locust swarm face. You have earned a reward. I know why you are here and what you seek. You destroyed my laboratory, stood in the way of science, and halted my demon transformation experiments. But I doubt you know the source of the Nihindrian crystals necessary for the process. I will show you the path to the truth, Vandal. But first, you must answer two of my questions. Why are you so sure that I don't have that information already? Downing my intellect is a foolish move. If you already knew the truth, you would have directed your efforts to destroying my supply routes, not breaking into my laboratory. Why do you think I'll believe you? Because it's the logical thing to do. What motive do I have for concealing information that you inevitably learn from the notes scattered around my laboratory? Xanthir falls silent for a moment. Furthermore, I would very much like to see your face as enlightenment dawns. Ask your questions. Name the location of my laboratory before I was forced to relocate to the inhospitable Ivory Sanctum. Ooh, I forgot. Was it Canabras or Dresden? Dresden? Correct. Did you know that, or did you simply guess? It's of no consequence either way. And now answer me this. Why was my laboratory located there specifically? Why was Dresden chosen for my residence in the Worldwound? That's where the Nahindrian crystals were being sent? Oh, that sweet moment of insight. The moment when the final layers shrouding the mystery suddenly fall away. The locusts beneath Xanthir's hood chirrup derisively. I have been acquiring and continue to acquire Nahindrian crystals from the Rift in the Midnight Fane, a shrine located deep below Dresden. The entrance to it is located right in the heart of the city. It is sealed by a barrier created by Areelu Vorlesh herself, and later disguised with the symbol of your own precious Iamade. Xanthir steels himself and slowly stands. What is it like to realize that the enemy has all this time been concealed in the bowels of your very own fortress? Don't bother answering. It's a rhetorical question. Now, let us finish this vandal. End my existence and free me from the burden of carrying out the orders of idiot masters and offending my eyes with the sight of their feckless followers. Midnight Fane. What is it, and how have the demons managed to hide it from me? Your naivety is worth lingering in this world, a surprising, incomprehensible phenomenon. I regret that I will not be able to study it under laboratory conditions. Chittering laughter emerges from beneath Xanthir's hood. Deep below Dresden, where the power of the Sword of Valor cannot reach, there is a place where the abyss and the material plane meet, where Lady Areelu opened one of her rifts, creating a direct route to the abyss. That is where the Nahindrian crystals are coming from. The rift leads to... I suppose I don't want to spoil the surprise, Vandal. You do so love surprises. After all, what are Nahindrian crystals? Special keys that can, with the proper handling and after a tedious ritual, awaken mythic powers in a demon. The process was discovered and developed by the great Areelu Vorlesh, my mentor. She calls it transformation. Those that have undergone it are called mythic demons, for their power truly deserves to be glorified in myth. Are you that eager to die? Why should I even answer your questions? Why stave off my final transition into blissful oblivion? Xanthir cocks his head to one side. I will answer you, but only out of my own curiosity. I want to see what intrigues a lowly creature such as yourself. Have you seen my underlings, my so-called students? What, I ask you, can they hope to learn from me? Buffoons, that's what they are. A pathetic parody of scholarly devotion. They hear my words, but they do not understand them. Mindless fanatics and cultists, idiots besieging me with their endless questions. Killing them is pointless. I cannot banish them or use them as test subjects, because as soon as one dies, two more sprout in their place. Xanthir's voice is drowned out by the locust's furious cheering. And the demons I am forced to work with? They are unable to fulfill even the simplest of instructions. All their tiny minds can think about is how to chew one another to pieces. Darazan, Manago, Irabeth, they all started plotting against me as soon as I took up my post. How am I to work under these conditions? I am surrounded by utter morons. My only ambition has been to study the sciences, to discover secret truths, but instead I've been obliged to manage a herd of brainless animals. I have found myself at a dead end. I cannot abandon everything and leave. I will only be exchanging life in this miserable place for life among nameless ruins, constantly aware that my former masters could find me in exact retribution. I could hardly continue my work without my laboratory. Xanthir grows quiet for a moment. You have given me a way out, Vandal. A place where only peace awaits me, where I will have no students or masters. Death. I am tired. Who are you, Xanthir Fang? Xanthir makes a sound that is not unlike a sigh. I am a higher being. I surpassed my mortar shell, discarded it, transformed myself like a larva, becoming a locust. My loyal service to the dark arts has not gone unrewarded. Lord Baphomet and Deskari both gave me their consideration. I earn respect on this side of the Worldwound, and the only person whose respect I have not won is my mentor, Areelu Vorlesh. That is all that is permissible for you to know. I want to know more. How did you achieve this state?
No secrets can escape.
I won't be
my
telling you
prying
anything.
gaze.
I did not spend years conducting research, carrying out experiments, and studying forbidden texts just to give it all away to some vandal. The sacrifices I've made, the impossible truths my mind has had to encompass, Deskari's philosophy, Baphomet's sophistry, Aris Kagal's riddles, the nebulous ravings of lesser-known demons such as Iziagna. You have probably never even heard these names before. It's enough that you have managed to get your hands on my notes. They say there's no king's road to knowledge, but for vandals, there isn't so much as a dirt track. If you want to achieve what I have, then follow the path I had to take. Every single step. What's it like being a swarm? It's impossible to explain to someone who has not made the same exalted journey. Endless bliss, endless splendor, endless solitude. Among the lower creatures, there is no one who can understand me now. What do you know about Areelu Vorlesh? She is my mentor, although she has never given me the slightest recognition. It was she who invented the method for transforming demons using the hindering crystals. Admiration, envy, and hurt all vie for dominance in Xanthir's voice. She is the best of all humans and demons, a true scientist, pioneer, architect of the Worldwound. It is ironic that both of the Abyss's finest scientific minds were mortals once, isn't it? She's a true scientist. I wholeheartedly agree with every word the swarm says. What can you tell me about Irabeth? A troublesome gnat who thinks herself the queen of this dung heap. She hates me for usurping her in the Sanctum, but she doesn't dare go against the orders of Baphomet and his daughter Hepsimira. Irabeth is a known quantity and a negligible one at that. Evil. You may be interested to learn that Irabeth has given me her mark. The swarm you are composed of will fall under her thrall as soon as you release your hold on it. Thank you for telling me. This information changes things greatly. Unfortunately for you, my capitulation is now moot. I have no desire to spend eternity serving the whims of that irritating gnat. The rasping chittering of the locust grows furious as Xanthir raises his arms again. Oh, you're right in the midst of it, dude. I didn't realize that. Why isn't she doing more? What's going on with you? Ember? Ember has been turned into a dog. Where is Windowog? Right in the middle of things as well. Okay. Ah. Ember has been turned into a dog.
Are we ready to move out?
How is that dealt with? Who had
pleasantries?
Oh crap, that was a scroll that I had. And first of all, man, I'm shocked that I didn't level up at all during that. What is it? Inventory. That is wait, no. That is a curse. That's a curse, which means it can be taken off with remove curse. I know I bought remove curse, but I have no idea what it looks like. Wait, I think it's like a head or a face or something like that. Do I have where? No, there's not a question. I have remove curse, remove disease, remove sickness, remove fear, remove curse.
I'm always open to ideas.
Who did I put it on? What in the hell? I put it on Asmodeus. Useless. Oh, God dog it, I gotta find it again. What? Where are my scrolls? Okay. Here we go. There we go. Let's see how this works. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. He's got some sort of circular thing. Ooh, headband of vast intelligence. Bringing our intelligence up to +6. Put that on immediately. Right, I had a +4. Now you got a +6.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
All right. So yeah, if we had went turn-based, you would have to wait for all those swarms that come exploding out of them. All of them have their own separate turns. Nah, we're not doing all that.
A failure is just
A magic sarcophagus with a tight-fitting lid that... Oh, wait. No. Unafraid. The locust creature can sleep inside it, unafraid that the swarm will disperse. For a second there, I thought I had screwed up being able to kill another one of those vampires. But no, that's for him.
This is my kind of work.
Touch of Mercy. Whenever this +4 bleed Falchion confers a critical hit on an already bleeding enemy whose hit points are below 80, it instantly kills the enemy. And it's called a Mercy. Interesting. Xanthir Fang's notes. Definitely something of interest for all of you who would like to become a swarm at some point. All right. And we are done with this portion. Save here. Oh, wait, let me
Your company.
go ahead and heal up everybody. Oh, crap.
Ask
No, they
nicely.
both need some more.
Missed me already.
There we go. Okay. That's done. Boom. Boom.
Anything new?
You discover Jereboth engrossed in a task. She is holding a locust between two delicate clawed fingers, one of the locusts that previously comprised Xanthir Fang, and you watch as she slowly pushes a needle into its body. The demon observes the locust convulses with fascination. This will require a lot of work to preserve this beauty. Greetings, Crusader. Have you finished your business in the Ivory Sanctum? If so, I am happy to answer your questions now. The demon's words echo in your soul. Chaos, shadows, eternal hunger, rushing forward toward a world that can exist on its own terms, not as your toy. Whose emotions are these? Yours or Jerebeth's? Everything should be as you want it. Everyone should submit to you. One of the Baphomet cultists ran from me, Zenadra. Do you know where I can find her? Zenadra is a crafty and shrewd liar. She has a hideout right under your nose, not far from Dresden. Search the temples of your good deities. Search them carefully. One of them is larger than it looks. Tell me everything you know about Nahindrian crystals and the ritual that is being used to enhance the demons. Oh, I can tell you a lot about that. I've gone through the ritual myself. When I return to the abyss, I will destroy the memory. That feeling of incredible helplessness and pain. Horrifying pain. The crystal is not like an ordinary magic potion you may have encountered before. It changes a demon's very essence, their soul, if you like. It changes you entirely. But you're hardly interested in my trials and tribulations. Listen, the crystals are brought here directly from the abyss, from the Midnight Isles, the realm of Lady Nocticula, with her permission and approval. Hepzibah herself, the daughter of Lord Baphomet, oversees the shipments herself. Xanthir has always been in charge of the transformations, but he was not always the one who devised the ritual or discovered the crystal's properties. The architect taught him that. She, Areelu Vorlesh, is unbearably arrogant. She thinks she has a right to push real demons around, so don't think that you solved this problem for good. Sooner or later, Areelu will share the secret of the ritual with another, and demons more powerful than you will inundate the lands of the Worldwound once more. Tell me about who you served. Who commands the demon forces in the Worldwound? Lord Deskari was the one who started the invasion. Areelu Vorlesh opened the Worldwound for him, and she expanded it for him. Later, he was joined by my master, Lord Baphomet, now former master. Few people know that Lady Nocticula has been helping them from the shadows, as is her wont. But commanding forces, battles, all that is beneath the notice of the Lords of the Abyss. Each of them have their archpriest. Deskari has his echo, literally a lesser incarnation of Deskari himself. Baphomet's forces are led by the ruthless Hepzibah, his daughter by blood. You learn a lot more about the echo if you go down the angel path. Each of the archpriests have a host of powerful beings at their command, such as myself, Manago, Darazan, and the captivating Xanthir. We mustn't forget him. And then there is, all is silent in your head for a moment. Then there is her, Areelu Vorlesh, the architect of the Worldwound, as she's called. Born a pitiful mortal, not a demon, not even reborn in death like Xanthir. She stands apart from all others. She goes where she wants, talks to the archpriest as an equal, and sees everyone else as underlings, nothing more. I'm not even sure if she obeys the echo of Deskari or if he obeys her. What do you know about Areelu Vorlesh? Your head is filled with a harsh rattling sound. It seems that Irabeth is angry. Areelu Vorlesh, 100 years ago, she was a human, a common eldritch sorceress from Sarkoris. But Sarkoris did not care for arcane magic users. Druids, shamans, and priests ruled those lands, and they despised anyone who wielded magic in ways different to their own. The mages held in greatest suspicion saw out their days in the prison known as Threshold, and that is where Areelu was held. From her cell, she appeared to Lord Deskari, and for some reason he saw something in that pathetic mortal plaything that was worthy of his attention. No one knows what they spoke of, what they did, but Areelu emerged from her prison cell utterly changed. She emerged when the earth all around was fracturing, and all Golarion shuddered from the wound inflicted in it. Right there, within the walls of Threshold, the Worldwound began to break open. Areelu changed her very nature. She turned herself into a half-fiend on her own, or with the Lord's help, I don't know. Her powers grew exponentially, and many of Deskari's generals surging through the wound into Golarion saw her as a queen. Gutless losers. Areelu was utterly unaffected by her fame. It was as if nothing could provoke her, not the hatred of her former people, not the fear and envy of the demons, and this is how she is to this day. She roams between the planes alone, pursuing her own ends. Areelu Vorlesh, betrayer of humanity, architect of everything you see around you. Xanthir said there is a place called the Midnight Fane directly below Dresden. What do you know about it? The Midnight Fane, of course. It was built in the bowels of the earth below Dresden, so deep underground that even the power of the mighty sword of valor cannot reach it. It is a chapel of 3 demon lords, Deskari, Baphomet, and Nocticula. All of the Worldwound is connected, fused with the Abyss, but this place especially so. It contains a rift known as the Gates of Midnight. The chapel is protected against any invasion. All visitors from the Midnight Isles go there. Manago and Darazan have built their nest there. I enjoy spending time there myself, until it became too unruly. Chaotic, requires Demon Mythic Path. Give in to your inner demon. Before you can think, you rush forward and seize Irabeth by the throat. I hope you weren't planning on betraying me the way you betrayed the Demon Lords one after the other. Even if you weren't, I might like to kill you, just because. Irabeth trembles and humbly folds her delicate hands on her chest. I know. I sense your power, brother. The abyss itself will quake should you ever enter it, and many demons will look upon you with envy. Sincere admiration rings in her disembodied voice. The maelstrom in your soul dies down, replaced with a flash of malicious triumph. You release your grip and let Irabeth go. I'm going to let her live. I found out everything I wanted to know. Goodbye, Irabeth. The Narrow Shadow bows to you. Doing business with you has been interesting, Crusader. Farewell. I am leaving for the Abyss for a new patroness, some place where Hepsimir's wrath cannot reach me. Perhaps one day the Worldwound will again be a place where I can continue my game, or perhaps not. Who knows? There we go. I'll level up after we get back. Boom,
You require my unbiased opinion?
boom. Where do we get out here? Come on. Boom. 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 Doom. 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 Why is it taking so long for the rest of them? What is the problem? What in the hell? Why wasn't she working with us to begin with? Okay, whatever. Okay. Uh-huh. Excellent. This is all that I have. I'd like improved initiative. Sure, why not? Blind. Oh, crap. That's my problem. I was like, this doesn't seem right. There we go. There we go. I already got mirror image. What else do I want that I actually need? Do I need anything from here? I would say no. This is all garbage for me. So, oh, you know what? +4. No, I always have a +4 to charisma. What's the animal aspect? What's that give me? Athletics, trickery, and stealth, or speed. Actually, that could come in handy. So sure, I'll take that. Ooh, improved uncanny dodge. This defense denies or another rogue the ability to sneak attack the character by flare unless the attacker has at least 4 more rogue levels than the target does. And you cannot be flanked. Yes, much better. Okay. What's going on with you, girl? Perception. Bonus combat feat. What do you still need? You could take improved initiative. What did you take? You took turns. Penetrating shot. Oh, 5 points of damage reduction. That's one option. You also got snapshot. We also got hammer the gap. Hammer the gap actually, I want that now. Because she...
I'll prove I'm the best.
She is hammering opponents all the time. So is this level 9 or 10 of Trickster? So this is level 9 of Arcane Trickster. Sure. Spells. He's got animal growth, okay. What's the other one? He could take break enchantment, but I don't think that would serve any real purpose. Does he have blur? Boom. You do have blur. Do you really have everything you need? Yeah, you've got everything. You don't need anything in that list, so we'll take whatever. What were you just looking at? Yeah, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. We need your next spell level. Oh, here we go. As a free action. Nice.
My tail is restless.
Nice. Very nice. Oracle. And stealth. What you got going on here? Blasphemy, destruction. Ooh, no question. You know what? Oh no, he doesn't have the spells yet. I was gonna say we should throw it on Wolbjip just because, but delicious fright. Absolutely delicious. I don't care about any of this, right? There's nothing here that I really want. Natural armor bonus, sure, whatever. Ooh. Well, what have we here? Even though you specialize in fire more so, that's what we need to do. We need to up Hellfire Ray. But until then, you know what, this really helps you. Yeah, we'll take that. Fine, it's fine. Ooh, does that mean? Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Do you get... Oh, you're still level 7, so you got a while. I want weird. Hey. I am a huge fan of weird. Alright, yeah, you need a feat to bring up some of your spell levels as well. It's about that time to start investing in that. Quicken. That's what I was thinking of. Need some quicken. Make my spell casters more effective. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. We need to head back to Dresden, but before that, what is this? Boom. Oh, I know what this is. Holy smokes.
Rules are made to be broken.
We got some folks in bad shape. What's going on here? Mind fire. Interesting. And she's diseased as well. Oh, Lord. Okay.
So is restless.
See if we can get that disease off you.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
You got more diseases, right? Fails. 5, 25. He's only got a 5 modifier. Is that because it's based on religion?
This war must end.
How's she do on it? Fails to dispel. She's also got a 5. But I don't understand. Where's that 5 coming from? It's not caster level, definitely not. It's not any of our modifiers. And the only 5 she has on skills is perception. Oh, wait. What is it? No, it's not her use magic device. Interesting. Oh, well. Sorry, Wolbjip. You're just gonna have to deal with it for a little while.
Calls me. I'll take the bait.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Up now. Skip the pleasantries.
Adayan.
Listano Danyang!
Ona. Adayan. Ona.
We'll make
Adayan.
things right.
Ala swa down. Ala swa down. Esme aksan. Yes. An. U. Efna.
I don't think I have to worry about death wars for this particular squad. Wait. You know, I can get rid of that.
You are my favorite aide.
Don't need that.
Wash. An. Ba. Air. Ritik. Na. Air. Orma.
Oh, wait. He's got
Yes?
blinding sickness on him? Can we get that off? There we go. Yeah, alright. Much better modifiers on this situation. Okay, let's go ahead. Get this
I'm
quest
ready to
taken
move
care
on.
of.
Ba. Air. Ritik.
Before you, exhausted and seated on the ground, is none other than Thorn. He looks up at you in surprise. Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you here. It appears my luck hasn't run out just yet. May I ask for your help? You notice a sizable amount of blood pooled by his legs. A belt is tied around one leg below the knee, but that doesn't appear to have stopped the bleeding. Lord Nature 32, no, in fact, Perception 34, survey the area. Foreign strength has failed him at the worst possible time. He has stopped to rest in the middle of an open area where a deadly arrow may come flying from any direction, and anyone approaching him to help will likewise be in danger. Lord Nature 32, assess Foreign's wound. By the looks of things, the blow hit a major artery. A lot of blood is pooled on the ground. If Foreign doesn't get help soon, he will die. Failed Lord Nature check. What are you doing here? I was tracking Kalisa and found her lair not far from here. Again, we fought, and again she was able to wound me. She's following my trail here as we speak. I find this all very suspicious. He can't be trusted. An elf seems to have appeared out of thin air. She shoots Foreign a hateful glare. This is a trap. Foreign is an assassin of the Winter Council, and he's come here to kill you. Grabbing his weapon, Foreign shouts out forcefully, "Watch out! She's stronger and deadlier than she looks. Slay her before she kills us both." A trap? What are you talking about? His wound is just for show. He's unharmed and full of strength. His goal is to lure you in so his cronies can attack you. I bet they're hiding nearby, waiting for the right moment. Kalisa surveys the seemingly barren landscape suspiciously. Foreign chuckles coldly. An ambush? Who has lined us? Her or our own eyes? Why would Foreign want to kill me? He's a cold-blooded assassin sent by the Winter Council. That cabal of scumbags dispatches him whenever it needs an inconvenient truth covered up. And as for anyone unlucky enough to learn such truths that may sully our people's good name, well, he washes it all away with their blood. Foreign mutters, his face scrunched up in contempt. Another lie. Will you ever tire of your deceit, accursed wretch? Why did you decide to intervene? You spared me. Let's say I'm repaying my debt. She gives you a stony look. Or do you think that since I'm a drow, I don't know the meaning of honor? I believe, Kalisa, Foreign, your deception ends here. Yeesh. He does not come ill prepared. Foreign rises to his feet. His movements make it obvious that his injured leg was nothing more than a ruse. That is a shame. If you had just believed me, this would have been over more quickly and less painfully. It's unlikely that my associates will grant you an easy death now. Not hiding his contempt, Foreign nods in the direction of the dark elves that have appeared out of the shadows. Foreign, have you gone mad? I was tasked with keeping the secrets Kalisa discovered from getting out. Knowing your reputation, I was certain that you would otherwise have unearthed them in short order. Therefore, I had no choice but to do this. No one is to blame for this. It's just the way things turned out. Who do you really serve? Foreign's voice is full of pride. I serve my people and no one else. Being an elf is not just a privilege, it's an obligation that I bear with honor, no matter how heavily it may weigh on me at times. Kalisa's words are cold and biting. Liar. You serve a pack of unscrupulous scumbags, a clique of self-righteous schemers. In order to protect their lives, you murder the innocent, and then you hide behind words like duty. How could you ally yourself with the Drow? Are you a demon worshiper? His voice trembles tragically. I did not seek this perverted alliance, yet it was inevitable. These extreme circumstances forced me to end your life. Anamora also sought your death, so joining forces was mutually beneficial. If things were different, I would be the first to rise up against her, but it just so happens that you have suddenly become a greater threat to my nation than she is. Kalisa is scowling, her tone acerbic. The Winter Council believes that honor is the perfect shield against any accusations of ignominious acts. Why did you ask for my help in your hunt for Kalisa? I would have preferred not to have involved you in this matter and to put it to death myself. Then I wouldn't have had to kill you as well, Foreign sighs quietly. But after my first clash with Kalisa, I realized I didn't have the strength. Thus, I decided to use you instead, and I provided some motivation. I set up those skirmishes with the Drow so that my words would seem more plausible. I regret that I had to stoop to such baseness, but even more, I regret that it was unsuccessful. Attack. You'll pay for your deceptions, elf. Foreign addresses you in a calm, somewhat sorrowful manner. I am sorry for having to do this. Believe me, I take no pleasure in carrying out this order, but circumstances are stronger than our desires.
You'll make a fine trophy.
I was about to say, come on, girl, you ain't prepared to deal with concealment? Yeah, turn on this.
I'll rip you apart.
Oh yeah. Foreign doesn't realize who he's messing with. Ooh, you've got none of your stuff. Jeez. This is unfortunate. Or not totally. Very nice, Nenio, very nice. Swift free action. Yeah, let's go invisible. Oh yeah, 41. Man, well, if you're attracting a lot of attention.
Surrender or else.
Ooh, 47. I'll take that. What the hell? Are you serious? You gonna actually tell me that Windowog is blocking me?
Slice! Behead! Yes, behead.
Oh, that's irritating. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Alright.
I'll leave this obstacle.
Good enough.
Stab you or
Finish the
zap
job.
you. Why not
There we
both?
go. Stab you or zap you. Good lord, somebody's getting it up. Come on. You gonna take your turn or what? Used to be that sometimes pressing escape or going into the options would be enough to start things up, but it doesn't look like that's the case right now.
They'll beg me to stop. I'll rip you apart.
Pretty obvious what's going on here. Send that in. And yep, still not convinced to take our turn. All right, we're gonna load, and this time we're gonna do real-time pause so that we can just wipe them all out. This is what happens when I try to slow it down, let you all see what the enemies do and all that good stuff. All for naught. Did I at least save after I? Yeah. I have all my well, no, it's not all. But I got a lot of my buffs in, so whatever. Let's just go. Let's just go. Foreign has lost a lot of blood. Judging by the pool around his boot, he should have collapsed into unconsciousness long ago. He must be a truly resilient fighter. What are you doing here? Find all this suspicious. We will abandon that. Here we go. Somebody got hit with a critical hit. That was unpleasant. There we go. Yep. Holy smokes. Oh crap, of course. Because she ran out of spells to use. Oh, I gotta do a better job of managing that. Even in the face of death, Foreign maintains a calm, melancholic expression. I knew I would die like this, on the edge of the world, defending the threads of nobility that weave my race into a single, glorious nation. Well, at least I do not die in vain. Whose orders are you following? He just smiles sadly. You think that since I'm at death's door, I will reveal the secrets of my superiors? You're mistaken. I, and others like me, know how to make our hearts stop beating before any treacherous words can spill from our mouths. I will remain loyal until the end. Aren't you ashamed of what you did? With a mournful look, Foreign says, you wouldn't understand. You are not of my people. Just die already, backstabbing wretch. Foreign closes his eyes and a quiet, peaceful breath escapes his lips. His chest stops heaving and the fingers he had wrapped around his weapon go limp. There's a deep bitterness in Kalisa's voice. He even managed to die gracefully, despite being a complete scoundrel. Can I finally get an explanation as to what just happened? Foreign wasn't a dark hunter, he was just a hunter. He served the Winter Council, a powerful elven organization. It wants me dead because I've learned of a very dark secret. That's why they sent Foreign to kill me, and everyone I could potentially have told about it, meaning you, soldier. Tell me about yourself, the whole truth. With a weary sigh, she says in a hollow voice, I was born in Kyonin, in the blessed forest of the elves. I was different back then, pure and noble, but no matter how beautiful and fair Kyonin was, it had its share of injustice, cruelty, and crimes committed with impunity, and I never could stand crimes going unpunished. I joined the Sunset Wasp, a secret sect of vigilantes dedicated to Calistria. By night, we would bring justice to those whom the law had failed to punish, liars, traitors, molesters, murderers. But the further we went, the more our doubts grew. We asked ourselves, how reliable was the information we were getting? Because there had been any mistakes. Alas, it was too late. The whole time we were puppets in the hands of a priestess of Deskari by the name of Anamora. That monster had been toying with us, using us to kill innocents. The Wasp was revealed to be a locust, and we were unmasked as criminals, outcasts. We were wanted and had nowhere to turn. The only option was to bend the knee to Anamora, who promised us protection. I was the only one who refused, but I was captured and taken by force. Then, under Anamora's watchful eye, our apprenticeship began. We did dark, horrible things, bathing in violence and spite. Myself included, I did them too. At first I was controlled by magic, then they broke me, and the dark fate, the curse of our people, took us one by one, until finally it embraced me as well. When I saw the monster I had become, I mustered what remained of my will and fled. I wanted to tell everyone the truth, to tell them how we were caught in the demon's trap. let the world know about the dark fate. Well, Anamora's hunters, my former comrades, they came for me, and they weren't the only ones as it turned out. Tell me more about Anamora. She is a true drow, one who never was a normal elf. And even among drows, she's a dangerous monster, the deadliest of Deskari servants. Fear her. Her flesh nurses swarms of terrifying creatures, and her mind. I've learned the dangers of her guile firsthand. What's the dark fate? It's been assumed since time immemorial that the drow are either a degenerate branch of our kind or an abhorrent perversion, a mockery fostered by the dark gods. But the truth is that the chasm between the elves and the drow is much smaller than one might think. Any elf can become a drow. Absolutely anyone. Whenever an elf commits unthinkable evil, letting darkness into their heart, they may one day transform. The dark fate is a state of the soul of an unrepentant malefactor who detests the light. An elf like that is no different from a drow, both in appearance and in spirit, and thus they become a drow. Kalissa smiles mirthlessly. Her face shows the immense fatigue of the months of wandering, fighting for survival. Such cruel irony. The elves were trying so desperately to convince everyone that they have nothing to do with the drow, the most vile, horrid race in the world. And it turns out that the distance between a normal elf and a drow is but a single step. The Winter Council, what sort of organization is it? The Winter Council is a legend, but few doubt its existence. It's said to be a clique of influential elves of Kyonin, a mysterious group that watches over the interests of elvenkind, protecting them by any means necessary. Murder, espionage, blackmail. No tool is excessive for them if the reputation and honor of the elven nation are at stake. When I decided to tell the world the truth about the dark fate, the bane of our kind, I signed my own death warrant in the eyes of the Winter Council. They don't want elves to be tarnished by their association with the ignoble drow. They're too scared of being held responsible for the crimes of their dark cousins. It's better to hide this dangerous truth and destroy everyone who knows it. I see. So what now? Now I ask one last favor of you. I still have friends left in Kyonin, real friends, ones I can trust. Send a letter to Avanara, to the leader of the border defenders. Recount my tragic tale so it doesn't die as the Winter Council wants it to, since I won't have the chance to speak the truth myself. Because you will have to end my life now, soldier. She looks at you calmly, warily. There is neither threat nor fear in her words, only a plea for and acceptance of the inevitable. What if you can still be saved? If there's a dark fate, could there be a light fate? Maybe good deeds could heal you? With a bitter smile, Kalissa shakes her head. A light fate? Wouldn't that be nice, bud? No such blessing exists. The road into darkness goes only one way, and I've almost reached its end. The dark impulses in my heart have been growing stronger by the day. It's been getting harder and harder to remain myself, to resist the urges. I've spent all my strength. When I saw Thorn dying, I almost howled in delight. I want to dig my nails into his face, gouge out his eyes, mangle him, and rejoice. It's not me anymore. It's the beast I've been turned into, and it will break free very soon. These are the last minutes of the old Kalissa's life. Please, don't delay and spare me the fate of becoming a monster. Why do you seek death? Didn't she just explain it to you? The dark fate is claiming me. I can feel the malevolence and the hatred in my heart growing fiercer with each day that passes. The memories of the crimes I was forced to commit are clouding the world before me. I refuse to tread this path any further, to turn into a monster. If you have any mercy, I beg of you, kill me and end my torment. She's right. She's in pain. I can see it in her eyes. This pain can't be healed, so it'll be a mercy to let her go. I won't do it. I never said you had a choice. Goodbye, soldier.
I'll tear your throat out.
Why doesn't the demon get a chance to appeal to the demon in her and bring her on over to the evil side? Oof. That's just more good stuff than I know what to do with. Buckler +3. Bell of Mighty Constitution. Second chance. Whenever this +3 keen elven curved blade misses an attack, the next attack made with it gains a +3 bonus on the attack roll. Multiple applications of this bonus stack until the weapon lands a hit. It's two-handed. All right, looks like that's the main thing. So, I'm a big fan of this game. All right, obviously. I'm definitely looking forward to the full release. I'm going to play the crap out of it. I'm going to make a lot of content for it. I am not a fan at all of the fact that in this game, black and dark is automatically evil. And it is constant, not just in, you know, conversation, dialogue, but also even in the books you read. Like, everything. If it has the slightest amount of blackness to it, oh, it's evil and horrible and must be avoided at all costs. I gotta be honest with you. That is annoying as fuck to me. I am not a fan of that at all. I'm definitely making a video on that at some point. All right, let's go. Two people covered in red, but it's okay. I'm gonna move forward. What happened with Nate? Oh yeah, Nenyo's out of spells. That was the problem. So she ran up and got done dirty. It's okay. No, we will not be resting. We'll rest when we get to the chapel. Not a second beforehand. There we go. Get all of our spells and stuff back. I grew up, but you haven't changed a bit. That's creepy. I'm not going to change either. I'll always be your friend, even after you die. Oh my. Holy smokes. That's kind of a wild thing to say to somebody. But okay. Jeez. All right. Down here.
Let's shake a leg.
Let's shake a leg.
Yes.
Adayana.
Nice.
Skip the pleasantries.
Adayana. Johnny Savitu.
Adayana.
Lisono Daniam. Irimosi Travisi.
Es, Axe, Yes, An, O, Efna, An, O, Efna, Ala, Swa, Ter, 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 Ala, Swa, Ter.
Come on.
Ala, Swa, Ter, An, O, Efna, An, O, Efna.
Rules are made to be broken.
Are we ready to move out?
Esne, Axe, Yes, Na,
Yep.
Ora,
Yep.
Vosh, An, Ba, Ritik, Ba, Ritik,
I'm
Na,
here.
Orma.
Watch out.
This war must end.
I welcome your company.
Oh, yes, what?
Ba, Ritik.
All right, let's get it done.
Wherever my legs carry me, retreat already.
Zenadra promised to take us to a safe place. Baphomet, protect your servants. Baphomet don't give a damn about you, buddy. You don't realize that by now? You wouldn't be on the run like this if you cared. We've been raided. Crusaders have come for our heads. He knows what's up.
I see blood. Blood!
Ha! Let's sacrifice the Crusaders to Baphomet one last time. It will get him to a smooth passage to his realm. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's the way this is working out for you, buddy. All right. Zenadra looks at you in alarm and irritation, but she quickly regains her composure. Her tone is threatening. So you found my little refuge then, Commander? I can't say I'm happy to see you here. We're in a bit of a hurry, and you, no doubt, plan to wreak the same mayhem you did in the Ivory Sanctum. Why don't you come back another time? The woman's words carry a taunting edge. I was so looking forward to seeing little Kyoto, but it seems you've killed him. Have you no shame? It wasn't the boy's fault that he fell into my clutches. Anyone in his position would have broken too. Why didn't you just turn around and leave without condemning the boy to death? You've got a heart of stone. I like it. What are you doing here? The woman smiles deviously. This is the temple of the Horned God. You can appreciate the irony. Grubby peasants were worshipping a god with a stag's head above, while down in the crypt, I was performing masses for Baphomet, the father of minotaurs. You idiot crusaders never even considered that the enemy could be hiding in your own holy places. This place was my secret lair, the place where I enlightened those who were seeking. But now that you have destroyed our stronghold in the Ivory Sanctum, it is time for the service of Baphomet to go west, to a less dangerous location. Why didn't the temple cleric tell anyone about you? Zenadra scoffs. The cowardly little pup? I came here and ordered him to obey me, and he didn't even put up a fight. I placed a curse on him, one my master taught me. If that little wimp allowed anyone but a true servant of Baphomet into the crypt, he would be doomed to an excruciating death. Oh, it was fun watching the torment of the pitiful little coward. Evil. The traitor is already dead. You're next. You don't seem to understand. I killed the cowardly little cleric. You were simply the weapon I used to take his pathetic life. How I'd love to turn you pitiful fools into tools to do my bidding. A demon worshiper hiding in a temple. Very clever. The woman's voice becomes gentle and mockingly tender. You like that? I am clever. Why don't we lay down our weapons and I can teach you a few other clever tricks? Actually, no. My master will be angry if he finds out. I will have to kill you. That is, unless you are clever enough to get out of here. You will not escape me this time. Ha ha ha. Let's see if you are brave enough to follow me, valued Crusader. Do you have the guts to pursue me into the shrine of Baphomet, the Lord of the Ivory Labyrinth? So,
I'm always open to ideas.
If you are an angel, you could have convinced Kyoto to defend himself. He would have come into the basement already before she got here, gotten the armor and bow and arrow from what's her name, whose crypt this is, and then come back out and kill Zenadra himself. No rats, no problem. If you were Lich and you've already raised what's her name who's down here, she'll come out herself and kill Zenadra, and then you can bring her into your party. So, options.
No time for debates.
We'll go. I don't know how dangerous she is. We'll give her the respect that she's due, since she is the boss character after all. You might have some really bad spells now that I think about it. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're particularly all that difficult to deal with. Bing.
Surrender or else.
Oh yeah, these people. You're unworthy. You're absolutely unworthy. All right. And there we go. Finish letter. Okay. All right, we're good. And now finally we can go back to Dresden, rest. And then
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
when we come back, it will be time for the end of Act 3. Evade. Oh, you know, we should sell our equipment too. But I can do that myself. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. The resonant voice of the majestic angel rings out through the hushed streets of Dresden. You hear his words from afar. They concealed it right under our noses, and without Xanthir's notes, that incarnation of corruption, even I would not have been able to locate the barrier. Surely the herald of the inheritor can rid us of this scourge. Irabeth stumbles over her words slightly. It is impossible, righteous one. I cannot do it alone. But wait, I hear the steps of one who brings hope. I am the hand of the inheritor, herald of Iomedae the Lightbringer, and I greet you, champion of Golarion. Can you stay like that for a little while? No, we're gonna go evil. I hope you have come here to be useful and not to meddle in my affairs. The angel does not respond to the chilly greeting. Just so, aiding the Crusade and its leader is my sacred duty. What brings Iomedae's herald here? Your deeds and exploits, champion. You have brought hope to these accursed lands. Hope that the demon invasion will finally be stopped once and for all. And I am here to aid my goddess's chosen one. What did you discuss with Irabeth? This, the angel gestures towards a symbol on the paving stones that pulses with a purple sheen. The Ivory Sanctum held a dark secret. Directly beneath Dresden, in the bowels of the earth, there lies one more bastion of the demons, the Midnight Fane. It is the repository of a mighty rift through which the spawn of the abyss traveled to Golarion. The entrance to this place is right in front of us, blocked by a barrier that is accessible only to demons. So, this is where Monaco fled to and where all the demons in the city have been coming from. They can pass through the barrier freely, but we can't. And it doesn't just stop us, it injures us too. It is much worse than that. The barrier is imbued with enormous power. An attempt to break through will trigger a magical explosion. I can protect you and the city from it, but even my powers will be insufficient to hold back the chaos and open the way. This is what disturbs me most. We cannot allow the demons to rebuild their armies and plot their next attack right below the sacred heart of the Crusade. Xanthir Vang told me about the demonic barrier. I encountered similar barriers in Areelu Vorlesh's laboratory. I have a key that can break through the barrier. All you have to do is protect us from the blast. I am impressed by your many gifts, champion. Together we shall open the passage and protect the city, and then we shall burn the Midnight Fane with the cleansing fire of righteousness. But first we must gather our strength. I shall send word to Queen Galfrey. Her help may be necessary when we reach the dark bastion of the abyss. The Queen will heed my call and arrive quickly, within a month. You must use this time to prepare to attack the Fane. Answer a few of my questions before I leave. Ask your questions, I would be glad to answer. What do you think of the Sword of Valor? It has changed under the effects of my powers. The herald raises a hand. Do not fret, champion. The great relic, given to the world by my lady Iomedae, will continue to serve you just as it has served all people before now. The Sword of Valor has not lost its protective properties. It has merely changed its design. Some might call it blasphemous, but not I, for the power that changed the banner's design was given to you by Iomedae herself. It seems that I caused the Sword of Valor to change. Blood from the wound on my chest fell onto the banner, and that means this mysterious wound is a mark of valor given to you by my mistress, setting you apart from all the rest, champion. Are you sure this wound is a gift from Iomedae? No, I could be mistaken and unable to perceive the full truth. The inheritor's thoughts are hidden from me, for I am but her hand. I do not test her will with my doubts, nor crave answers to my questions. I simply trust and serve. But I know that if your body has been harmed by malevolent fiends, my goddess would have extended her mercy to you and healed you. Why did the goddess bestow this wound on me? Because this world of yours, champion, is bleeding, and my lady's chosen one carries a crimson mark as a sign of the great suffering borne by mortal kind. The scarlet drops on your breast. They are the blood of all the martyrs and all the innocents. That is how I see it. Can you heal me? Defy my lady's will? It pains me, but I must refuse you, champion. If you are suffering from this affliction, it must be part of the inheritor's design. The pain serves to remind you of the path you must take. I have heard you. Do not allow doubt and fear to enter your heart. My lady will not abandon us. Tell me about yourself and your goddess. Actually, no, the episode's been long enough. I have to go. Farewell. May Amadei's light be with you. Okay. So, in the next episode, we will finish this dialogue with him. I'll go ahead and sell all of my stuff so that we're ready. So we'll talk with him. We will take repeated rest to get through the month necessary to wait for Queen Galfrey. And then we will go ahead and fight through the Midnight Fane to start Act 4. I hope all of you all enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, please leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.